fifth unit that is about the environmental ethics. All of you have ever about what is environment? My dear student, all of you are mom. What happened?
Yes, ma'am.
What is
Environment.
environment?
And
What is
nearby,
environment?
the
Surround.
things we are surrounded by.
Yes, very good. The word the surrounding. Our surrounding is called as an environment.
Yes, ma'am.
Environments, who are living? Are you living on environment?
We are living in house, but there is environment.
You are living.
Environment, but not healthy.
Yes, yes.
We are living in
Environment,
house,
but
but the
not.
environment is like trees, the air, and the other resources.
Okay. But you are not part of environment.
No, we are the part of environment, and that's why we are human.
Okay. Then all of you understand everything. Okay, fine. As all of you know that our surrounding is called as an environment. Now, tell me what is environmental ethics? Is it ethics is required on environment? Is ethics is required in environment?
No idea.
No idea. Why?
Environment से तो क्यों जिगना ethics?
There is no requirement of the ethics.
Yes, ma'am.
How? How come that ethics is related to environment? All of you know the environment. The what are the causes of environment pollution? Who are the cause? All of you know that. My question here is,
Yes, ma'am.
what is this environmental ethics? Is the ethics is related to environment? Let's start with the discussion with that. First of all, ethics is a broad concept. It's everywhere the ethical aspect is required. Like that, environmental ethics is that discipline we study about the moral relationship with the environment and human being. There is a moral relationship is required. Where like for example, to protect environment, to safeguard our living creatures, respect to the non-living things which is available on the earth. Everyone is required to part of this moral and value system. So that's why environment and ethics, we cannot deny that no ethics is not required in environment. To safeguard or protect the environment, ethical aspect is required. Okay. Second, in the second slide is a basic. All of you know all these things. Only I am discussing the means only the few points we are discussing over here. That what are the different issues that concern environmental ethics? While this environmental ethics is concerned, during that time, first issues related is the anthropocentric. Anthropocentric, sustainability, ecosystem, food chain, biodiversity, climate change, greenhouse effect, global warming, ozone depletions, pollutions. These are the major issues which are found in a environment which is caused by the man itself. Man is the only person who was doing all this type of environmental issues. First concept is about anthropocentrism. Here this word anthropocentrism means in the entire universe, man is the only creature who control over all other creatures in the world. That's why it is called as a anthropocentrism. Clear this first point? In the
Yes,
universe,
ma'am.
man is the only human being. The developed brains are there, and all other human, all the living things respect the man because that the person is a very developed. This is anthropocentrism. Sustainability, all of you know that. Sustainability, you can see the slide. It is a pattern of resource utilization that meet the needs of a present, but at the same time, it is care the need for the future generation as well. Sustainability comprises three things. First is your environment, society, and economy. These three things is very essential for the sustainability development. While sustainability, economical development, then society equally, society will develop, lifestyle will develop, and the environment sustainability can be possible through this process. That's why sustainability require three things, that is environment, society and economic. Okay. And next is the ecosystem. Ecosystem, all of you know that eco means environment, system is environmental system, which consists of aquatic, marine, desert, rainforest system. All are coming under ecosystem. Next, food chain. Food chain is a sequence which energy transfer take place to sustain life. All of you know photosynthesis. Photosynthesis, do you know?
Ma'am.
What
Yes,
is that?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Who can say?
The
What is
process of
photosynthesis?
making food of the plants.
Yes, making.
Food of plant.
Very good.
Ah,
Oh,
there you go.
yes,
Second leaf.
then
The process of making food of plants.
very good. Process of making food or plant, or you can say that plant turn its energy from the sunlight, where they get the sunlight during the daytime. This photosynthesis process is going on. So all of you know that animal eat who? Herbivorous animal eat green
Green leaf
uh,
vegetables.
green leaves, and then who will eat that animal? Herbivorous animal who will eat? କିଏ ଖାଇବ
Carnivorous
herbivore?
animal.
Carnivorous animal.
Carnivorous. ଆମେ ମାନେ କଣ?
Carnivorous.
ଆମେ
Omnivorous.
carnivorous.
ଆମେ
Omnivorous.
all-rounder.
Omnivorous.
Omnivorous. Very good. ଆମେ carnivorous ନୁହେଁ, ଆମେ omnivorous. ଆମେ ଦିଟାକ ଖାଇବୁ। ସୋମବାର ଦିନ ହେଲେ herbivores ହେଇଯିବୁ।
ଆମେ all-rounder ବା ସେଥିପାଇଁ କହିଲି।
सोमवार गुरुवार शनिवार
ଯୋଉ ସୋମବାର ଦିନ ହେଲେ ଆମେ herbivores, ବୁଧବାର ହେଇଗଲେ carnivorous.
ଆଉ
Very good.
ମଣିଷ ଜାତିରେ ନା ଆଉ।
ଆମେ ବା ସବୁ ଜାତିର। So food chain, all of you know that when there is any disturbance will occur on the food chain, that directly or indirectly affect to the entire life or sustainable of a life. That's why it is required to make the balance among this food chain. If all the person become herbivorous, then what will be the happen? କଣ ହେଇଯିବ? ସମସ୍ତେ herbivorous ହେଇଯିବା।
Food chain unbalance ହେଇଯିବ।
ଚାରିଆଡେ ସମସ୍ତେ କଣ ହେଇଯିବେ? ଚାରିଆଡେ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ କଣ ହେଇଯିବ?
Shortage of land.
ଫୁଡ୍ ଚେନ୍ ଅନଷ୍ଟେବଲ୍ ହେଇଯିବ।
ପ୍ଲାଣ୍ଟ। ଆଚ୍ଛା, ଗୋଟେ ପାର୍ଟ ସର୍ଟେଜ ଅଫ ପ୍ଲାଣ୍ଟ, ଆଉ କଣ ହବ? କାହାର ନମ୍ବର ଇନକ୍ରିଜ ହବ?
herbivores
ହାର୍ବିଭର, ଆମେ ସମସ୍ତେ ବା ହାର୍ବିଭରସ୍ ହେଇଯିବା। ହାର୍ବିଭରସ୍ ରେ ଇନକ୍ରିଜ ହବ, ଆଉ କାହାର ଇନକ୍ରିଜ ହବ? ଫୁଡ୍ ଚେନ୍ କେମିତି ବ୍ରେକ୍ ହେଇ ଯୋଉ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ କଣଟା ହବ? ନା ବୁଝିଲନି କେହି?
ସବୁ କାର୍ନିଭରସ୍ ହେଇଯିବେ।
କାର୍ନିଭରସ୍ ହେଇଯିବେ। ହାର୍ବିଭରସ୍ ଆମେ ଯଦି ଅଧିକ ହେଇଯିବା, ଡିଅର ହେଲା, ଯୋଉମାନେ ହାର୍ବିଭରସ୍ ଯୋଉମାନେ ମେଞ୍ଚେ ବଢିଗଲେ, ପୁଣି କାର୍ନିଭରସ୍ ମାନେ କଣ କରିବେ? କାର୍ନିଭରସ୍ ସଂଖ୍ୟା କମିଯିବ, ତ ଡିଷ୍ଟର୍ବାନ୍ସ ହବ। So that's why it is required to maintain this food chain activities properly. Then next is your biodiversity. Biodiversity means it is a rich tropical forest, both in the term of the plant and animal species. That is called as biodiversity. What happened? There is a problem in the biodiversity. To take an example of India. In India, tiger, which is an endangered position due to the poaching and the less habitat, that's why it is required to maintain this biodiversity in a balanced way, providing quality air, water purification, quality preventions, and all type of a prevention taken against to protect all the endangered animal. So it is our responsibility to take care about these people. Then next is a climate change. All of us, we have experienced this climate change problem like monsoon, excess rain, flood, drought conditions. All are very common. Entire world suffering for these climate conditions. Nowadays, which season we are facing now? ଏବେ କୋଉ season ଚାଲିଛି?
ଶୀତ ଋତୁ
କିଛି ଠିକ ନାହିଁ, ଶୀତ କେତେବେଳେ ବର୍ଷା କେତେବେଳେ କିଛି ଠିକ ନାହିଁ।
ଜାଣିପାରୁନ ନା? କିଛି ଠିକ ରେ ଜାଣିପାରୁନ ନା? କିଛି ସମୟ ପୂର୍ବରୁ କାଲି ହଉଛି ବର୍ଷା ହଉଥିଲା, ଆଜି ହଉଛି
ଆଜି ଖରା, କାଲି ସକାଳ ଶୀତ।
ବାସ୍ This is the consequence of a climate change. Okay. Next is your greenhouse effect. All of you have idea about this greenhouse effect?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What happened in this greenhouse?
It's a natural
Global
process.
warming.
No, this is the cause of global warming. But what is this greenhouse? Due to the presence of a greenhouse, which gas is increasing day by day?
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide.
Yes, carbon dioxide,
CO2, CO2.
methane.
CO2.
Very good. Very good. These gas is increasing day by day. At the result of which, what will happen? Atmosphere became warm.
Yes,
As a
ma'am.
result of which, global warming is increasing day by day. As a effect of this global warming, that directly affect to our earth. What happen in earth? कौन problem होची global warming जोगु?
गरम बेसी होଉଛି
ग्लेशियर तो
Very
लड़ुची
good. Yes.
मैम जो
हो
अंटार्कटिका जो ग्लेशियर गुड़ा अछि ता तोड़ी जाउची मैम
हाँ,
जहाँ
very good. In the Atlantic, the glaciers are melting down. That's why it is mixed with the sea water and sea level day by day increasing. And the land level of the land decreasing. That is the major problem in the entire world is suffering. Next is your ozone depletions. Ozone layer is very much essential to protect from the UV ray. But the thing is that when the depletions is occur, there is a hole occur in a ozone layer which directly UV ray come to our skin and skin cancer, cause of the skin cancer, acidic rain. This is the happen due to this ozone depletions. And lastly, the pollution. All of you know about the air pollution, water pollution, and noise pollution, marine pollution, soil pollution. Lots of the pollutions are there. This slide is clear, all of you?
yes ma'am
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Come to the our part. All our major issues are we are discussed. Now, how to manage entire environmental issues. First is the reducing the cost through measures such as recycle or the energy conservations. Conservation energy, all of you know?
yes ma'am restoration of energy by
Yes,
storing
yes,
them.
yes.
Restoration of energy by storing them in a safe place like
Yes, very good. That is called as conservation. Sarankhito kariba. That is conservation. Second is reducing the possibility of accidents. There are lots of like Bhopal gas accident. All of you know
yes ma'am
Yes, ma'am. Methyl
what
isocyanate.
happened. Yes, that is a directly affect to the entire human being, animals. Everybody die within fraction of a moment. So this it is required to minimize that accident level. Third is establishing a good corporate reputation. Create image to protect how to protect our environment friendly products must be manufactured so that it create a good corporate reputation. Next it is mitigating.
ma'am one question
Yes sir. କୁହନ୍ତୁ sir.
ma'am we are now studying about environmental issues but where is
Yes.
ethics in this
Ethics, when you are morally and you understand the value of environment, then after that ethics come. Ethics means what? Ethics is a moral philosophy or moral principle which is voluntary human action. When you are or not, it is not possible to government formulate the laws, rules, regulation, and only the formulation of that that can be, if that is not implemented properly. Who are the implemented person? We people. We people are implemented person.
okay ma'am
If that rules regulation is not implemented properly, then there is no means of the making. It is our responsibility. When the responsibility is coming, your value system is coming. When the value system is coming, your morality is coming. Morality, when the moral value is the both and responsibilities is coming, ethics is automatically coming. What is ethics is what indicate what is good and bad. In environmental issues, you cannot you and identify what is good and what is bad. You can give your judgment or not.
yes ma'am
ହଁ ଆମେ ଚକୋଲେଟଟା ଖାଇଲୁ ର୍ୟାପରଟା ବାହାରେ ଫୋପାଡ଼ି ଦେଲୁ ମାନେ ତଳେ ପକେଇ ଦେଲୁ, ଗୁଡ୍ ଅର୍ ବ୍ୟାଡ୍ ହ୍ୟାବିଟ୍?
bad habit
बैड हैबिट तमाने कोन हल्ला एटा तमर एथिक्स कहला एटा बैड
Yes, ma'am.
बुझिला सबुथिरे एथिक्स रिलेटेड अछि बट यू ट्राई टू हाउ यू कोरिलेट एवरीथिंग आई एम जस्ट तमे जानि छी सब मु खाली कोरिलेट करे दोछि हेला
Yes, ma'am.
अच्छा next is about mitigating employees discomfort by providing a better work environment is very essential while one person is working for 8 hours work environment included the means atmosphere and atmosphere you understand temperature also included on that so it is when the employee feel discomfort in the atmosphere then they cannot work for the longer time and they cannot focus that's why it is required to provide comfort zone to work environment. Next is maintaining a good relationship with the local community and regular authority. Why this local community is important here? You know, when the problem will lies or any suppose in a forest there is fire catch. Who will the first person will come to there and may survive some animals? Who is the
The
first person?
fire brigade.
Fire brigade. तुम्हें अपेक्षा करते हो ना गोटे
Yes,
जगह
sir.
निआ
local
लगी
person.
जंगल निआ लगिला फायर ब्रिगेड को फोन करिवो सी आसीबो लिभेबो जंगल रे
ये निजे କରିବା
आज्ञा जीए ता
But
पाखा
The
पाखी
person who will live
लोकालिटी
next to the forest.
फास्ट हैला पाखा पाखी लोकालिटी लोक माने माने देखिले ताको ट्राई करिवे किछि लिभेया पे तापरे फायर
Correct.
ब्रिगेड भी आसीबो
Yes, ma'am.
तो दिस इज द प्रोसेस आवर मेंटेन गुड रिलेशनशिप आमे जदी भलो रिलेशनशिप गवर्नमेंट और लोकल कम्युनिटी सहित सब बेले 36 का आंकड़ा रहिबो तो इट कैन नॉट बी मेंटेन प्रॉपर गुड रिलेशनशिप इट इज रिक्वायर that maintain good relationship with the local community and regulatory authority forest department okay then lastly is conforming to the code of ethics one person or each and every individual must know about the code of ethics what do what don't do clear is there any doubt from this slide
No, ma'am.
no
No.
okay next what one business people can do innovative business responses to environment regulations first is for management moral to have a good environmental record and a desire to earn good reputations as the protector of the environment how they can maintain there is different acts are there for air pollution act environmental act water act all acts are there according to that act they try to implement on their industry so that it is not hampered to anyone else first responsibility is moral management like second is learn the management means many company are finding the way and means to cut the waste management all of you know how to minimize the waste material okay this is the one of the learn
Yes,
management
ma'am.
learn this process to minimize the waste so that they can wastages if the wastages is reduced then pollution automatically reduce that thing must be no who can identify the person who appointed as a operation management because operation management do all sorts of the activity for the input process and output so to in during the time of a process how they minimize the wastages so that it will not hamper to any environment this they learn this management must learn that next is environment protections act EPA has acknowledged the potential gain from the pollution preventions as opposed to the mere and end of the pipe compliance and has recent begun to encourage such practices through the use of a voluntary program. And in a gist, I am telling you that EPA 1986, which has given that all the industry or those industries coming under which is hampering to the any kind of environment that they require the permission from the EPA Environment Protections Act. There is acts are formulated that the permission is required for commencement of any kind of businesses. So during the time of that, they take care about what are the different protections are there: air, water, and environment. Three things are required where this act is formulated. Formulation जो करा जाए ये act तीनोटी को से emphasize देई चंदी गोटे हला air, water and environment. Come to the next, eco labeling. Eco labeling product which indicate that the product is in green. तो मैं माने जेतोले जिंसो किणुथबो गोटे इको फ्रेंडली प्रोडक्ट रो गोटे देखि जाई ग्रीन कलर सिंबल रे किछि ड्रॉ हेइ थाए
मैम
Yes,
देखिए मैम
yes.
जेमति कि
कोई active
मैन्युफैक्चरिंग ने
service
बैम्बू
category.
which is not hampering to environment. किछि किछि प्रोडक्ट रे माने ग्रीन कलर रो गोटे सिंबल हे कि माने थाए
मझिरे ट्री रो गछर गोटे फोटोटे
हां हां ट्री रो भी केते गुडे का थाए ग्रीन कलर
Hallmark.
ट्री थाए. So that is indicate that eco labeling product that indicate that is a only green product, it is not hampering to environment. Next is the company have find out the reductions in their use of a raw material, energy and the amount of a toxic wastage. Toxic wastage which is cause of the lots of environmental disaster. That it is a responsibility of the company people. They use less toxic wastages which can be help for the protect environment. Lastly, the cost of the environmental damages has risen as the regulations has been tightened by the government and the court of law. That is now there is environmental audits are there. That is each and every year one company must submit environmental audit so that they can get the permissions for commencement of their next level of the production. So these are the things governments are formulated to control air pollution and environmental pollutions. Okay, this slide is clear to all of you. Shall I go
Yes,
next?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, these
Ma'am.
are the key strategy for industrial pollution preventions. First is the systematic waste reductions audit. As I told you that there are audit systems are there. Therefore, then here in this audit, always manufacturer take that reduce their what the waste material reduce and whatever the process which is designed to making the product, they try as less as a waste material came out. That is called as a your systematic waste reductions. Then next is your material balance. Identify the process, input, output, recycle, and reuse the material balance and evaluate that material. Understand? Identify the process. Here what happened? Whatever the product waste came out, they try to minimize the waste. First, systematic waste reductions audit. They audit on that. Here in the material balance, which indicate about the process, input, output, recycle, the process, all this processes they are going on, they try to evaluate and make the balance among this material. That is called as a material balance. Okay, am I clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Economic balance means say smart. Economic balance means smart, that is save money and reduce toxic. Save money and reduce toxic is the economic balance means. Understand this? Economic balance means smart. Economic balance means smart. That means save money and reduce toxic. While the manufacturing any goods during that time, they will find out that how to reduce the toxic so that the money can be saved. Clear? Is it clear? Or any doubt from this? Three
Yes,
strategy.
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Clear all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Waste reduction. Who can say waste reduction?
Yes, ma'am.
What is waste reduction? What is waste reduction?
Ma'am, waste
Reduction of
reduction
waste.
मतलब
Yes.
रिड्यूस करवा वेस्ट मटेरियल को कमेଇବା
प्लास्टिक मटेरियल वेस्ट जैसे आता है उसको रिड्यूस करने में वेस्ट रिडक्शन का
Yes, can you repeat?
मैम जैसे कि ई वेस्ट इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वेस्ट और प्लास्टिक के वेस्ट इसको कोई
हाँ
यूज कम करने से इसका मतलब डिडक्शन भी कम हो जाएगा।
अच्छा, और कोई कुछ कहेगा कि anyone else?
Trying to, ma'am, trying to
Hmm.
minimize the waste as soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
Sorry,
Or I think
हेलो
yes. हाँ, yes. You're
मैम
audible.
रीयूज रिसाइकल
Yes.
रिडक्शन
Reduce, recycle, and reuse.
यस
Very good. 3R. 3R is required. But here, waste reductions means identify the opportunity how to reduce the waste and implement these 3R. Understand? It is responsibility of a product manager that identify the opportunity and implement these 3R. What are the 3Rs?
Reduce,
Yes,
reuse,
reuse, and recycle.
recycle.
Recycle. Yes,
रिसाइकल
recycle. Very good.
रिड्यूस रीयूज रिसाइकल
Very good. These are that is called as a waste reduction. Lastly, the use of a newer and cleaner technology. That means it is the benefit how the organization became more benefit and with the current scenario and take the opportunity from the technological aspect so that both the man and nature can be balanced. New technology for the cleanness rather than using means traditional form of the method, use more number of technological aspects so that our environment will not hamper it, but it is safeguarded by human being. These are the key strategy for industrial pollution and prevention. Come to the next. From this, all of you clear? Up to this, whatever we discuss about environmental ethics, all of you clear? Okay.
material को ଟିକେ repeat କରିବେ
କୋଉଟା କୁହ?
second point.
Second point, material balance.
Yes ma'am.
Material balance means identify the process. Identify the process. You know the input, process, and output. While manufacturing any goods, there are the three steps are there: input, process, and output. While the process include, during the time the manager must identify the which product is, which raw material is can be properly utilized, recycle that, reuse properly, and evaluate the material properly so that material balance can be possible. That means use the material which can be reused, recycled properly. On the basis of that, the material they will use so that pollution will reduce. Clear?
Okay.
Okay. Another thing about this fifth unit, about this, what are the different issues, managing environmental issues. See what happened, it is a issues is a reducing the cost, first thing, reducing possible accident, establishing good company reputations, companies employees comfort zone. These are the things which is required for an environmental ethics. From this slide, if you have any doubt, ask, or we will go for discuss in a second topic about the corruption. There is no doubt from this slide?
No, ma'am.
No. This slide? From this slide, any problem? No problem. Okay. From this slide, there is no problem. From this slide, any problem you have?
no ma'am.
No. Come to the very interesting topic, that is corruption. That is in a fifth unit, there is one in your syllabus, there is a corruption is there. All of you are aware about the corruption?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
of you? Yes. What is that?
Yes.
What is corruption?
କାରଣ ନେତା ଲୋକ ତ କରୁଛନ୍ତି କରଉଛନ୍ତି ଆଉ କଣ କରିବେ?
ଆପଣ ମାନେ କରୁନାହାନ୍ତି?
मैम
ଆପଣ ମାନେ
मिसयूज ऑफ
କେବେ
पावर
ମିସୟୁଜ ଅଫ ପାୱାର।
ଆଚ୍ଛା, ଆପଣ ମାନେ କେବେ କରିନାହାନ୍ତି କରପସନ?
ନାଇଁ
ହଁ
ନାଇଁ
ଡେଲି
କେବେ
କରୁଛି।
No, ma'am.
କେବେ ବି କରିନାହାନ୍ତି?
No.
ସାଇନ୍ସ ପଢିଛନ୍ତି କେତେ ଜଣ? କାହାର ପ୍ଲସ ଟୁ ସାଇନ୍ସ ଥିଲା?
ୟେସ୍ ମ୍ୟାମ୍ ମୋର ଥିଲା।
मोर थिला
ଥିଲା।
मैम
ଆଚ୍ଛା, ଆପଣ ମାନଙ୍କର ଥିଲା। ଟେକ୍ନିସିଆନ କୁ ଭଲ ଟେକ୍ନିସିଆନ ଲ୍ୟାବରେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ପ୍ରାକ୍ଟିସ ଏକ୍ସପେରିମେଣ୍ଟ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ସେତେବେଳେ କିଛି ପଇସା କେବେ ଦେଇନାହାନ୍ତି?
No, ma'am.
କେବେ ବି ଦେଇନାହାନ୍ତି, ସେ ଚୁପ୍ ହେଇଗଲେ।
ମ୍ୟାମ୍ ଏକ୍ସାମ ଦେଇଥିଲେ ପ୍ରାକ୍ଟିକାଲ ଏକ୍ସାମ
ଏକ୍ସାମ ସମୟରେ ଦେଇଥିଲେ। ଆଚ୍ଛା, ଆଉ କେବେ ହଉଛି କୌଣସି ସାର୍ଟିଫିକେଟ କାଢିବା ପାଇଁ?
ସେମାନେ ହିଁ ମାନେ ଡିମାଣ୍ଡ କରନ୍ତି।
ଆଚ୍ଛା, ସେଟା ଦେଇନାହାନ୍ତି କେବେ?
ମ୍ୟାମ୍ ଆମେ ଭାରି ଭଲ ଲୋକ ଆମେ ଦେଇନୁ।
ଖରାପ ଲୋକ ମୁଁ କହୁଛି କି? ତ ଆପଣ ମାନେ ସମସ୍ତେ ବହୁତ ଭଲ, ଦୁନିଆ ସାରା ସମସ୍ତେ ଭଲ। ମୁଁ ଖାଲି ପଚାରୁଛି ଆମେ କେବେ ପାର୍ଟ ହେଇଛେ ନା ହେଇନେ?
ହଁ ହେଇଛୁ ନା।
ଅଜାଣତରେ ପାଠ ହେଇପାରେ ମ୍ୟାମ୍ କିନ୍ତୁ ଜାଣୁ ଜାଣୁ
ଆଜ୍ଞା,
ନା କିଛି ହେଇନି କେବେ।
ନାଇଁ ନାଇଁ,
ଅଜାଣତରେ ମ୍ୟାମ୍ ହେଇପାରେ। ଆଜ୍ଞା
ଅଜଣାତାରେ ହେଇପାରେ, ଜଣାତାରେ ହେଇନି, କିନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ମାନେ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି କିନ୍ତୁ ପାର୍ଟ ଅଛନ୍ତି।
ୟେସ୍ ମ୍ୟାମ୍।
ଆମେ
ମ୍ୟାମ୍
ଜାଣୁ
ଏବେର ସିଚୁଏସନ ଏମିତି ଯେ ଦବା ପାଇଁ ପଡୁଛି ପଇସା ପତ୍ର
ବାଧ୍ୟ
ନହେଲେ କାମ
ବାଧ୍ୟ।
ହଉନି।
ୟେସ୍। ଆଚ୍ଛା, ତା ମାନେ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଭଲ ଟିକେ ଟିକେ ଏକ୍ସପିରିଏନ୍ସ ଅଛି। ଆଚ୍ଛା, ଆମେ
ମାନି ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ
ଆଗକୁ ବଢିବା।
ମାନି ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ ମ୍ୟାମ୍ ଧର ଗୋଟେ କାଗଜ ପତ୍ର କାମ ରହିଗଲା, ପଇସା
ହଁ,
ନଦେଲେ କଣ କାମ ହବ?
ବାସ୍। ଜଲ୍ଦି ବି କାମ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଆମକୁ ଟିକେ ବି ପଇସା ଦବାକୁ ପଡେ।
ୟେସ୍ ମ୍ୟାମ୍ ଦବାକୁ ପଡେ ନା।
ହଁ, ନହେଲେ କାମ ଆସିବନି।
କରପ୍ସନ
ୟେସ୍ ମ୍ୟାମ୍।
ବାସ୍ ଆମେ
ସେଇଠି
ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟଲି
କରପ୍ସନ ପଶିଲା ଏଠି।
ହଁ ବା କହୁଛି, ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟଲି ଆମେ କହୁନା, ଆମେ ଇନଡାଇରେକ୍ଟଲି ଟିକେ କହୁଛୁ।
ୟେସ୍ ମ୍ୟାମ୍।
ସମସ୍ତେ
ମ୍ୟାମ୍
ବୁଝି।
ଟ୍ରାଫିକ ପୋଲିସ ଧରିଲେ ଯୋଉ ଟ୍ରାଫିକ ପୋଲିସ ଧରିଲେ 1000 ଟଙ୍କା ଜାଗାରେ 100 ଟଙ୍କା ଦେଇକି ଫସିକି ଆସୁଛି, ସେଟା ବି ଗୋଟେ
ଆଜ୍ଞା
କରପ୍ସନ।
ଆଜ୍ଞା, ହଁ ସେଟା ବି ଗୋଟେ
ଭାଇ
କରପ୍ସନ।
ଭାରି ଏକ୍ସପିରିଏନ୍ସ ଆଉ।
ହଉ ହଉ ହଉ, ଆମେ ଆଗକୁ
ଏ
ପଢିବା।
ରେଗୁଲାର କରନ୍ତି ବୋଧେ।
ହଉ ଆଗକୁ ପଢିବା। ମାନେ ଡେଫିନେସନ ସମସ୍ତେ ବୁଝିଗଲ। ମିସୟୁଜ ଅଫ ପାୱାର, ମିସୟୁଜ ଅଫ position, when dishonest for the gaining something, all are coming under the corruption. Corruption is a wrongdoing on the part of an authority or the powerful party through means that there is a illegitimate, immoral, incompatible with the ethical standard. Corruptions often from the patronage and it is associated with the bribe. Bribe ମାନେ ହେଲା ଆମର ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ କହିଲି ଲାଞ୍ଚ। ହେଲା,
Acha.
କିଛି
ଦକ୍ଷିଣା।
କିଛି ଆମେ ଦଉ, କାହାକୁ କାହାକୁ କିଛି କିଛି ଦଉ। तो ए patronage means sponsor. Patronage मतलब sponsor. The corruption often from the patronage. Sponsors किछि करू as a in a form of a bribe. So all about this definition of the corruption. What are the characteristics features of the corruptions? The gap between the group and individual interest. First, second is two or more parties, since one can handle be corrupt with the oneself, containing a role of that a common understanding for the one benefit, misutilization of the position of the power, all are the characteristics feature of that corruption. And this is the Indian scenario of the corruption, which is indicate about the corruption perceptions index, CPI, indicated this ranking system.
ବାପରେ ବାପ।
Come to the, now the point is coming where somebody says that we are never ever corrupted, but each and every individual citizen of India, we are some directly or indirectly, forcefully or on intentionally, we part of this corruption. These are the basic type of corruptions are there: administrative corruption, political corruption, grand corruption, petty corruption, and public corruptions. First is the administrative corruptions. It is a implementation, alter the implementations of a policies, such as a getting a license even if he doesn't qualify for it. It is an administrative corruption example. ଆମେ ସମସ୍ତେ driving license ଦଉ, लाइसेंस रे टिके अंका बंका हो गले हमको कैंसल कर दियंती किंतु हमें टिके किछि देई देले हमें पास हो जाओ किछि किछि लोक तो ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस रो एग्जाम न देकी मध्य पास हो जांती so that is a part of a administrative corruption
मैम
next
सिस्टम
on
तो
to
करप्टेड हो
yes sir
सिस्टम इज करप्टेड हमें लाइसेंस
system
थाउ
is
न थाउ से
corrupted
नबा
नहीं
था नहीं
ଆମେ ସିଷ୍ଟମ କୁ ଦୋଷ ଦବାନି ଆମେ ସିଷ୍ଟମ କୁ ଦୋଷ ଦବାନି
ସିଷ୍ଟମର
ଆମେ
ଦୋଷ ନାହିଁ ଲୋକର ଦୋଷ।
ଟିକେ ରହିଥାନ୍ତୁ ନା ଆପଣ ରହନ୍ତୁ ଆଗ ସ୍ଲାଇଡରେ ଲେଖିବ କାହାର ଦୋଷ political corruptions it influence the formulations of the law regulations policies such as the reworking all the licenses and gaining the sole right to the operating the gas station monopoly all are starting with the gas station petrol pump or everywhere the political corruptions are there grand corruptions it involved in a grand way like switch accounts or if you Nirav Modi example they are making grand corruptions okay petty corruption we are doing
छोटा
small
मोटा
amount
चोरी
chotto motto corruption petty corruption is a small sum and typically for the junior level ମାନେ କୋଉ ପିଅନ କୁ 10 ଟଙ୍କା ଦେଇଦେଲେ ଆଉ ଗଲା ବେଳକୁ କୋଉଠି କାହାକୁ 100 ଟଙ୍କା ଦେଇଦେଲେ ଆଜିକାଲି ତ କେହି 10 ଟଙ୍କା ରାଜି ହଉନାହାନ୍ତି 500 ଟଙ୍କା ମିନିମମ୍ ତ these are coming under your petty corruptions public corruptions it is a misutilizations for the private gain means it a police receive a money for personal gain drop any criminal offenses all are called as a public corruptions these are the basic 5 types of corruptions in India. Is it clear, all of you?
यस मैम
Administrative, political, grand, petty, and public. What are the causes of this corruption? Most of the study of the corruption focus on the institutional factor. First is the need stronger and more effective institution like World Bank. Lack of a democracy, inefficiency in the judiciary, unfair elections, lack of a free media. These are the basic cause of the corruption. Corruption is there. Media, if the media people is corrupted, what we can do? Okay. So what we can do in the next slide, we'll explain. Lokpal bill, all of you know? Lokpal bill?
मैं भूल ही गया
Lokpal bill mana nahi?
ना मन नहीं
Lokayut mana ଅଛି? ମଝିରେ ତାପରେ
Yes, local bill
ରିଭାଇଜ
Anna Hazare.
Anna Hazare, very
Local
good.
bill Anna Hazare.
Lokpal bill Anna Hazare for to minimize these corruptions or you can say the eradication of the corruptions all the level of a political party this Lokpal bill has implemented. Anyone can ask for any questions to any politician but it is not implemented properly. Second is anti-corruption police and the courts. Vigorous punishment. Vigorous punishment means strong punishments. Anti-corruption websites, anti-corruption organizations, self-determined not to be give bribe. Self-determined means we people take our responsibility. No, I will never give any kind of a bribe. So if it is a self, that is called as a self-determination. First of all, you understand yourself and control yourself. Don't give bribe to anyone else. Lastly, the awareness can campaign through media, social network sites, roadshow, etc. It is required how to minimize our corruption level. Okay. These are the industry in our country which has very much corruptions are found. Gambling, false income statement, or most of the company found the false income statement. Drug trafficking, weapon trading, terrorism. These are the big scams are found in. These are the big industry which is corrupted. And I have cited few example of the scam. 2G scam, then A Raja Commonwealth Games scam, Suresh Kalmadia stamp scam, Lalu Prasad Yadav Hawala scandals are there. Lalit Modi scandal, Nirav Modi scandal, Harshad Mehta, Ketan Parikh capital market scandal. Lots of scams are there in India which occur.
कंप्यूटर
But why this has happened? due to lacking of our judiciary system. Our judiciary system is not that sort of the strong actions taken against the corrupted people. See, you can take the example of Nirav Modi. After the PNB scam, that person left from the India, but nobody are there to drag him to the India and give the justice to the general public. Ultimately, who is suffering? General publics are suffering. So that's why for the
Madam,
overall.
Lalu Prasad Yadav is for Fodor scam, not for Hawla. Hawla scam PV Narasimha Rao.
Again?
Lalu Prasad Yadav Fodor scam.
Howla
Lalu
scam.
Prasad Yadav Fodor scam.
Yes, ma'am.
Fodor.
अच्छा,
और ये Hawla is for related to PV Narasimha Rao.
PB Narasimha Rao. Okay. Thank you for your information. Sorry. For overcome from this all these thing, that is the RTI are there. What is this RTI?
Right to Information Act.
What they explain? Who are the part of this? ଆମେ ମାନେ ଏକ part ହେଇପାରିବା କି?
Government authority.
Yes.
ନାଇଁ ମୋ question
We are
ଆମେ
also
part
part of
ହେଇପାରିବା
that.
କି?
Yes,
କେମିତି
we are
ହବା?
also part of
No,
that.
No,
no,
ଆମେ part
we can't.
ହେଇପାରିବାନି? We can.
I have
We can, man. We
more.
can.
Yes, we
ମୁଁ
can.
ଛଅଟା RTI ମାଗି ସାରିଲିଣି ରେଜଲ୍ଟ ପାଇଛି
Yes. କେତେ ଟଙ୍କା ଖର୍ଚ୍ଚ ହେଇଛି?
ବହୁତ ମିନିମମ୍ ଜଷ୍ଟ 10 ଟଙ୍କା
10 rupees
10
per
ଟଙ୍କା
application.
10 ଟଙ୍କା ପଡୁଛି ଏବେ ଗୋଟେ ନୋଟିଫିକେସନ ଆଣିବା ପାଇଁ 10 rupees ପଡେ କାହା ପାଇଁ କି ଆମେ ଆଣିପାରିବା whomever the person is that, whether it is politicians or the bureaucrats or anybody else. If you would like to collect information as a citizen of India, we are the part of this RTI. RTI
No.
Act is 2005 act ରେ ଆମର formulate ହେଇଥିଲା. ଆଚ୍ଛା, next ଜଣେ କହୁଥିଲେ ଆନ୍ନା ହଜାରେ ବିଷୟରେ, right? Anna Hazare is
Yes.
also anti-corruption activist. Knowingly or unknowingly, those persons is act as an anti-corruption activist. The person suffer most. That person sometimes they lost their life as well. This anti-corruption activist Anna Hazare believe that Prime Minister Narendra Modi decisions on Tuesday night to wipe out back of the black money by scrapping the currency note of the 500 and 1000. ଆମେ ରାତିରେ ଗୋଟେ ନ୍ୟୁଜ ସ୍କ୍ରଲ କଲା, କଣ ଥିଲା ସେଥିରେ? ଆମର 2000 ଟଙ୍କା ନୋଟଟା କଣ ହେଇଗଲା? କିଏ ନଥିଲେ କି ସେଇ ସମୟରେ?
500
Yes,
and
sir.
1000 rupees notes, madam, not 2000.
500 1000 rupees ନୋଟଟା
Will no longer be legal tenders.
ତାପରେ କଣ ହେଲା consequence ରେ? As a result of which, what happened?
Some scams happen in banks and jewelry shops.
Very good. Just scams are occur. ତାପରେ ସବୁ ଲୋକମାନେ ଲାଗି ପଡିଲେ ବ୍ଲାକ୍ ମାନି ଯାହା ପାଖରେ ଥିଲା ସେ ହ୍ୱାଇଟ୍ କରିବାକୁ ଲଗେଇଦେଲେ ସବୁ ଲୋକମାନଙ୍କୁ.
The government
ଗୋଟେ
thought
ଗୋଟେ
that by
line
doing
ମିଳିଲା.
this, it will eradicate corruption. Rather, it gave rise to more corruption.
Yes, that motivate to do more corruption so that in future anything will happen, keep some with them. Then not anything is possible in India because they're very knowledgeous. Last slide is explaining about India is the fastest developing country in the world, and who is the responsible of this corruption, what actions should be taken, what we must keep in the mind. Nothing is impossible. It is our responsibility to do something for our country and eradicate these corruptions. That's why Joe Biden has cited one quote that corruption is a cancer that eat away at the citizens that faith in the democracy, diminish the intensity of our the innovations and creativity. These are the things which has explained by Joe Biden. If have any questions related to this topic which as discussed today, that is environmental ethics and corruptions, you can ask question.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Madam, actually, just want to know. Last time we discussed, you also told that other madam also telling that these
Huh.
sites which we are getting discussed in the during the class, sometimes we
Huh.
cannot note everything, but these should be shared actually. But so far
I
it is not
have,
came.
I have given the unit 1 slide to Deepak sir.
Uh,
Maybe he has shared the unit 1 of a BE.
uh, to
Yes or
whom
no?
actually that there? No.
No,
I
no.
didn't find anything in the mail or something because our having mail or
You
eh,
have a
don't.
community. He said that you have one community with you and he will
Not
share
share
everything.
actually. Rasmiyam said ki after completion of all session, you will share the all documents.
Okay, okay.
In
Maybe.
our this community admin in the WhatsApp group itself, right? This one.
Because
Yes.
actually I don't know about that thing because I'm not the part of that community. You
Okay.
talk
That is
to
DDC5
Rakesh.
DDC has created that community. DDC is managing that community.
Rashmi ma'am, they'll tell you in better way. Rashmi ma'am, Sujit sir and Deepak
So we
sir.
need to solve these articles actually because for preparation we're getting
No
these
problem at all.
documents.
After the completion of the each unit, I will share to the Deepak sir and Deepak sir will definitely share to you. Don't worry about that.
Sir told that after the completion of our classes, they will send
Huh.
it accordingly.
It will be better.
After 14th, they will share
Yes.
on.
Yes.
Okay.
Any other doubt?
No, ma'am, all clear.
All clear.
Yes,
Yes,
madam.
If the question will
Student
come,
class,
yes,
I
sir.
feel today's class is PRFW, not ethics.
What I will tell that in your syllabus that is environmental ethics, corruption, ethical issues are there.
Yes,
Ma'am,
sir.
ma'am,
All the like business regulatory framework, all these
ma'am,
acts,
What
environmental
are,
acts, corruption acts.
whatever today we discuss, everything is essential to know. A person who running the business or the part of the business, they know all these things. What is
Yes.
the environmental ethics? What are the rules are there? How to eradicate or means safeguard our environment? How to create eco-friendly product? All these things the person must know.
it was all about environmental studies.
Yes, environmental studies. And next is your related to the corruptions. These are the corruptions are there and the consequences also know. If one person is doing corruptions, also the consequence you have to know. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Or any doubt from the from this portion?
Politically ठीक होगा वो.
ନିଜେ ଆଗେ ଠିକ ହବା politically ନାହିଁ ଆଗେ ଆମେ charity starts from our home start from you ଆମେ ନିଜକୁ ଆଗେ ନିଜେ ସୁଧାରିଲେ ଆମେ ଦେଶ ସୁଧାରିବା ଆମେ ଅଲଗାକୁ ଉଙ୍ଗଲି ଦେଖେଇଲେ ଚାରିଟା ଉଙ୍ଗଲି ଆମ ଆଡକୁ ଆସିବ ତ try to self control self administer properly so that we can eradicate corruptions we people together we can do that okay.
Yes,
From
ma'am.
the coming class, I will finish your 5th unit and again I will go for the 3rd unit. I will start. Ethical dilemma and something else there.
I think third unit will be best interesting. Actually, Indian culture, Indian Ramayana.
In a 3rd unit, Indian culture is there.
Third is second.
Second.
No.
भाई आई
Second,
कंफर्म हो जाओ ठीक है.
Yeah, first of all, you confirm.
आगे
What is
नीचे
your
कंफर्म हो जाए तापर कॉपिया.
Okay, fine.
It is
Okay,
in second. It is in second.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, all of you. Good night, all of you.
Good
Good night.
Good night,
Have a
ma'am.
good night.